Hey guys, it's Nabhuto here. Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm going to be going over my predictions for Game Week 38 in the Premier League. And I know if you're looking in my channel, you're probably like, wait, where's Game Week 1 through 37? You never made any predictions for those? Yeah, I didn't. This is a brand new series that I'm doing, and it's starting with the last game week in the Premier League for this season. I'm so weird. Before we get started with the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. It is completely free, and you can always unsubscribe if you want to. And if you don't like my channel anymore, you can just unsubscribe. Leave a like as well, and let me know in the comments what type of videos you want to see on this channel, because I am open to recommendations. Now let's get started. First up, we got one of the biggest games in the Premier League this weekend, Leicester City versus Tottenham. Leicester City need to win this game to make sure they're still in contention for top 4, just in case Chelsea or even Liverpool drop points. Now Tottenham need to win to make sure they're at least in Europa League, and this is Harry Kane's probably last game, so they need to make sure he goes out with a bang. Now RC, I can see this game going either way. It can go either Leicester's favor or even Tottenham's favor, because both are fighting for something. However, I think personally, and I'm a Liverpool fan, so this is kind of what I'm hoping for. I hope Tottenham can pull through and Harry Kane can provide one more masterclass before he leaves Tottenham for probably Manchester City. The scoreline I'm going to go for in this game is going to be Tottenham winning this game 2-1. Moving on, we got Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Manchester United. Manchester United recently haven't been the best as they can be. They tied to Fulham and also lost to Leicester City and Liverpool previously, while Wolverhampton Wanderers are playing their last ever game with the manager Nuno in charge. I think Wolverhampton Wanderers has something to prove and has something to fight for in the end, while Manchester United are basically playing for nothing and just preparation for the Europa League final. I think a lot of people are giving Manchester United a free W, thinking it's going to be an easy game to them. However, I think the exact opposite. I think Wolverhampton Wanderers have something to fight for, while Manchester United are kind of sitting back and relaxing for the Europa League final. So what I think is going to happen is Wolverhampton Wanderers are actually going to get the job done and are going to beat Manchester United 1-0. Now moving on to the next game, West Ham versus Southampton. This one, I don't really need to say much. I think that West Ham will get the job done and they'll get the 3 points, and I will probably go for a 3-1 scoreline, and Lingard is scoring. We then got Sheffield United versus Burnley, a pretty boring match, like all the good games this weekend, and you're going to choose to watch Sheffield versus Burnley? Come on, man, there's better games out there. I think this game is going to be a pretty tough one to call, and I'm going to go with the safe 1-1. Next up, we got Fulham versus Newcastle. Fulham are already relegated, and this is their last chance to play in the Premier League for this season. However, Newcastle were fighting relegation beforehand, but were safe because Fulham, West Brom, and Sheffield all got relegated. I think this game is also going to be a pretty boring one. I'm just going to go with the safe 1-1 result. Next up, we got Leeds versus West Brom. I think this game is going to be fun to watch, only because Leeds just play in such a fun attacking way that watching them is always fun. I think Leeds will get a comfortable win against West Brom. I'm going to go with the safe 3-1. Arsenal versus Brighton. Arsenal need the 3 points if they want to stay in contention in Europa League, while Brighton are pretty much fighting for nothing. However, Brighton were fighting for nothing in the last game they played against Man City, and they came back from 2-0 down to beat Man City 3-2. I think Brighton are just having fun without the risk of getting relegated, and I think Brighton are going to be a tougher opponent than people think. However, Arsenal are going in with something to prove, and they actually beat Crystal Palace away from home, which they haven't done in a while, and beat them 3-1. So I think Arsenal will actually get the dub against Brighton, and they'll beat them 2-1. Aston Villa versus Chelsea is next, and I feel like a lot of people are already writing Chelsea into making the top 4 with ease. However, they're forgetting that Chelsea can still be at risk for not even making the top 4 and instead making Europa League, because if Leicester win and Liverpool win but Chelsea drop points, Chelsea will not be in the top 4. And Aston Villa is not an easy opponent whatsoever. Trust me, as a Liverpool fan, I know. This game is actually going to be one of the ones to watch for me, because Aston Villa do have Grealish back. However, he's not playing the best, but Chelsea have something to prove, and they proved that against Leicester by beating them 2-1 and showing they're still fighting for top 4 even though they're in the Champions League final and can get in by winning that. I do think, however, Chelsea are going to get the job done, and they're going to beat Aston Villa 2-1, and my boy Pulisic is going to score. You heard it here first. Man City versus Everton. This is going to be another good game to watch this weekend. Everton have been recently. They even lost to Sheffield United. I don't know how that was possible, but they managed to do it because Everton is going to Everton. I know Manchester City have already secured the Premier League and they're preparing for the Champions League final. However, if they go from back-to-back losses to the Champions League final, that is not a good look on them, and that could really affect their confidence. It looked like an easy win for Man City against Brighton. They were 2-0 up and they seemed to be doing good. However, Brighton came back and Man City City lost the game 3-2, and that should hurt a little bit of their confidence. They need to make sure they go out strong against Everton to rebuild that confidence, to make sure they are fully confident against Chelsea in the Champions League final. Now, Everton are also fighting for European football, but to be honest, I don't think they're going to do it, because I think Man City are going to come out strong and are going to beat Everton 2-0. And then we got my team, Liverpool versus Crystal Palace at home. The fans are back in the stadium. The Anfield crowd is somewhat back, and I think that crowd will help Liverpool get a huge dub against Crystal Palace. I think Mohamed Salah is also going to score, and Sadio Mane will also score. I think the score is going to be 4-0. Like, I don't think Crystal Palace really stand a chance. Hopefully, I don't bite back on my words. Knocking on wood, you know what I'm saying? Last time Crystal Palace came to Anfield last season, Liverpool absolutely dominated them right before they won the title because of Chelsea beating Man City. I think the game is going to go in a fairly similar way, especially because Roy Hodgson said in an interview that beating Liverpool is going to be really difficult. However, I can't underestimate Crystal Palace, even with the Eze injury. However, I just don't think Crystal Palace have what it takes to beat Liverpool, especially because Liverpool are on a mission. They just came back from beating Burnley 3-0, and before that had a very important win against West Brom because of that beautiful Alisson header. I think when Liverpool is on a mission and they have the goal in mind, they will get the job done, and like I said earlier, the result is going to be 4-0, and that is what I think. Anyways, guys, that's going to be my predictions for Game Week 38 in the Premier League. Once again, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It's completely free. You can unsubscribe later if you don't like watching my content. Make sure to leave a like. I want to see what you guys think. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.